So first of all, thank you for the opportunity to present. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jeff Noonan. I work for Informatics in business development. Prior to that, I spent 20 years in pharmaceutical research, working with many people who are here today. So Informatics provides a variety of software tools that enable both structured and non-structured data capture, in addition to Platform for Science, which is our platform as a service technology stack. It's a kind of future growth potential for our company and something that we think is very important. Informatics as a company is really half the size of ChemAxon in terms of years, and we're roughly half the size in terms of employee count. We're moving into new space on Friday, so we're very excited about the future growth of the organization. That said, we serve a variety of markets, and because I'm in business development, there's a business development element to my presentation. The product itself is extremely configurable, and that has allowed us to have a presence in a whole series of markets. And we're trying to be mindful of trends that we see in these markets and how we shape the product roadmap. Specifically the emerging market of next-gen sequencing and how we develop applications to serve those folks. We see other markets that actually are quite mature, but they're just now starting to come to organizations and looking for information management, so consumer packaged goods. And then really kind of the place where we all spent a lot of our time in pharmaceutical areas. What are the shifts that we see in these markets? And Helm is a great example. The shift from pharma and small molecule research to biopharma and antibody drug conjugates, for example. And that places greater burdens on our organization because we need to manage the fabrication or synthesis of proteins in bioreactors, and how do we communicate with devices that run those systems. But there's really, delivering products to clients is something that's been discussed earlier. It's something that we're very mindful of. And there's really a disruptive trend that's occurring, and this is accelerating. So we see the need to deploy into the cloud environment, and really, 80% of North American companies are planning to use cloud services. And then this other item here, tablets are replacing PCs. Becoming device agnostic is key. This is an example of that, something I'll touch on later on. Core, we have a new version of our product. We're excited. It's Core 5.0. It's a fully responsive UI that supports rendering our product in all these devices. And so, we possess, because of the technology stack that we have, the ability to deliver content and ChemAxon tools to users on a phone or a tablet. Tablets, really, we see an uptake in tablets because tablets are just the right size. Individuals can carry them in the lab. You can get good Wi-Fi barcode reading devices that evoke the Apple keyboard, so it's a great user experience. And we use Amazon Web Services, although you can deploy on-premise. Amazon, as a provider, I think more recently in a Gartner publication, possesses 5 times the compute power of the next 14 competitors combined. So we'll take Amazon and we'll run with that company. We have this, what we're calling a unifying technology, and this is really a platform as a service. The ability for us to create applications, to shift from an organization that does customized enterprise deployments to an organization that delivers applications, and we can deliver those through the web, and we can stream those to people who have our stack. And our focus then becomes not, we obviously, we can, sample registration and executing assays, the ability to do that, we understand the importance of that. It's applications that provide different functions. A simple application is the integration of business intelligence tools. I want to look at my data using Tableau. A more complex example of an application is we're going to render content providers material in our application so that they can use protocols to execute activities in the lab. Actionable content, that can translate into actions in the laboratory. But also, how do we render spectral databases and information content that allow them to look at their results and make comparisons? We don't want to be the curator of that. We want to provide the mechanism for them to access that in their workspace. And then, if we think about next-gen sequencing, and this is an area that's changing very, very rapidly from not only a processing standpoint, but from a technology standpoint. We see organizations that were leading the pack 4 years ago, they're no longer around. So supporting applications, and we have applications that support workflows and integration with the two leading providers. So you can imagine Illumina and Ion Torrent executing applications that support pre-canned workflows for RNA-seq or AmpliSeq, and the ability to sequence those conveniently. Since we're here at the ChemAxon user group meeting, another example is a lightweight ELN application. And some of the points that were raised earlier, we agree with fully. Accessible across all platforms. Multi-tenant infrastructure. We possess a multi-tenant infrastructure. It's the ability to have multiple accounts within a single system, and I'm getting the 1 minute here. So, leveraging Marvin JS. Here's an example of a lightweight ChemAxon, gadgets and workflows. We see these gadgets which take you to another application homepage where you can query and search notebooks and signatory queues, inventory. Beyond that, there's the integration with Marvin JS, and it's the typical integration that you would expect. We use a data type. It could be primitive, in some instances a string, but it can also be complex and integrate with drawing packages. And the typical server and client-side activities ensue, and we leverage JChem-based to do queries. So, there are some important trends that we need to be mindful of as we collectively produce products for our clients, not only industry trends, but also trends in user behavior and trends in how we deliver software efficiently so our organization can grow. So thank you very much.